It is ChiFlow, everyone. We are entering the equinox. What does that mean? The equinox occurs twice a year without fault. We change these seasons. It's actually um, a very powerful time to recharge your energy. And so at this time, we're entering this phase where day and night is almost the same length, which means that yin and yang are in this perfect balance. And so we can take advantage of that energetically. And this balance is very special. In traditional Chinese medicine, our health is really achieved when yin and yang are in balance. Nature is always moving forwards, right? And balance is called homeostasis in our body. And every day is just this process of adapting from morning to night, winter to summer. And so our emotions can be tied into that, and how we eat, how we breathe, even how we sleep, how we think and cope, right? Certain circumstances during this time of year can create this dynamic interplay of yin and yang within you. And so let's honor this life force energy, our chi of this special time of the year. So this week, and it's only Wednesday, but we're entering this phase now. So I really wanted to work on this energy, and with the Qigong flow that we're going to be doing during the spring equinox. And today, this flow is going to focus on balancing yin, which is earth energy, and yang, which is heaven, and our three Dantians. And so last week, we went into the tonifying and purging of our central meridian, and we did a lot of healing sounds. That was leading up to the spring equinox. So I do things in a flow, if you will, of how our body likes to work. And so I move a lot of our routines to this type of energetic curve, if you will, of how our body can move differently. And so that's what I love about Qigong. It can adapt. It's not like something you go on a walk, you just walk. You walk by the same houses, maybe, and the same things, and you just walk. Same thing. Well, what I do is changing every single day and adapting to the spring equinox, adapting to our body, and adapting to how life can move through us, and how we then can use these practices during this time where we're balanced. The seasons are balanced right now, and we can begin to have this peak ascent to summer. So I love these seasonal routines where Qigong flows this balance within my body. I love the word homeostasis. I love that our body can create it. We can tell it to create it. And it's just this universal energy that flows within us. So get ready. We're going to move some chi, everyone. So grab your water. I am going to get my camera down here a little bit better so you can see the floor. There we go. Grab your water. We're going to do our beginning spring equinox flow, right? And like I said, it's the day of perfect balance. So let's get into Wu Chi. It's really cold here, so I'm going to leave my socks on. So let's take 3 deep abdominal breaths. So bring your hands over your belly. As you breathe in, your belly rises. And then as you exhale, it pulls back. Sink your mind down into your lower abdomen like you're sitting on a bar stool. This lower dantian. Sink into it. You can close your eyes here. So try unifying your mind, breath, and your dantian into one. Good. Now let's bring our attention to our lips. Now have your lovely smile shine up, just a nice smile, not a big toothy grin. Spread this smile up to your eyes and then spread it to nature all around you. When you have this lovely yin smile, you adapt and your body knows that you're safe and calm. All right, let's put our hands down and we're going to twist from our hips and waist, spine upright. We're going to be turning from our central axis. So just let your hands flop around. This wakes up our fire gate, our Ming Men. They call it a lot of different things. The gate of life. So now we're going to knock it up today. So we're going to knock it up and we're going to lift it up here and then shift the weight to the right. Lift your head. So we're going to shift and right. So when the heel comes back down, make sure your toes are pointing forward and then lift one heel and then pivot the body back and forth. Shift the weight and turn. And you're just going to notice this little hop. Let this little momentum. So if you want, you can go up a little higher, up on your rib cage if you want, but by your spleen. See how this energizes your organs? And then one hand is back on your kidneys. Woo! All right, let's come back to center. Now we're going to isolate the knocking here below our navel here and our lower back. The point on the lower back is yang. That's our Ming Men. And the point below our navel is yin, and that's qi hai. So we're knocking right below our navel, about 3 finger lengths below our navel. It clears stagnation in our abdomen, and it wakes up our qi. Breathe into it. Now, let's just knock over our navel. And let's go over to our right side. Let's say hello to the liver. Hi, liver. Now come back to center. Say hello to your tummy. Hi, tummy. Come over to the other side. Let's say hi to our spleen. Let's come down and knock on our intestines. Let's knock over our bladder. And around all the digestive organs, our small intestine does all the big work. It's not actually small. It's the biggest organ. So now come back down then to Qi Hai. Now knock right below your navel. You can say a little word. Let your mouth just, or just let it go. All right, now slow it down. Now place your hands over your lower Dantian. Smile here. And now you're connecting the balance to your center. This is your powerhouse right here. So next we're going to knock on gallbladder 30. It's right under your hip bone. So make a little light fist right about here, right above your glute. And so what we're going to do is bend and straighten. We're going to hit on both sides. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. This is the crossroad to our gallbladder and bladder meridian. It gives chi blood, and spring, we want that to be really mobilized. I don't want your feet curving, your knees curving in. And give a little pound there. Not a pound, but gentle pound. All right, now let's knock over your sacrum. Turn your hands the other way and just knocking up and down your sacrum. All right, now we're going to rub that sacrum. This energy gate helps move energy upward in our body into spring. That's what we want. So feel that warmth. Move up and down here. Woo! All right, now let's do some hip circles. So we're just going to take our hands and we're going to circle around. And then as you come here, you can give a little push out. And then now you can take your thumbs here as you're coming in and push your thumbs right along those Ming Men points there. in our lower back, and use it as a diagnostic tool. Kind of move your thumb around, feel if it hurts in any certain area. So just move it to another point, see if it hurts. Now come back to center and let's stop here and go the other way. And you're going to feel a different point in a different spot. This opens our center of our body. So energy just flows through our body. And what ends up happening, we get this garbage pit of a body that holds all that energy because our brain thinks it needs it. You have to tell it, no, you don't need it. And so push those fingers around. Come back to center. Oh, that feels good. We're going to warm up our legs now. So rotate your left foot 90 degrees. And you can be either right here. I want you to lunge then. And then we're going to sink and extend your arm towards your foot. Now, you can be a lot wider if you'd like for your lunge. So we're going to lunge, and then we're going to touch our foot. Lunge, touch forward. And let's go to the other side, 90 degrees. And I don't want your knee over the top of your toe. And then reach. Oh, goodness, that felt good on that side. Woo. Inhale, pivot, exhale, lunge. Exhale, pivot, stretch. All right, let's go the other side. Inhale, straighten, exhale. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, and reach. Inhale, exhale, reach. Inhale, let's pivot, go to the other side. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, exhale. This one is really good for spring as it's opening our legs, our leg gates, and our wood liver meridian. So we're going to get more spring in our step this way. So let's go the other side. And you might feel it a little bit tighter on one side than the other, which I did. Come back to center. And this is the side I felt I could barely even touch my toe here. So if you have trouble, just go down as far as you can. All right, come back up and let's go into warrior position. And we're going to continue those lunges. And so we're just going to pivot and lunge. Come back to center and then pivot and sink to that warrior. Inhale up, exhale, lunge. Inhale, turn to center, and then turn, exhale, lunge. Spring is a time of growth and expansion, so it opens up our liver channel. And now we're going to bring it up a notch. So now we're going to go like this. You don't have to go all the way down, but we're going to pivot like we were doing. Inhale up, and then exhale, reach. Let that hand come up. Inhale up, and then exhale, lunge, and then reach. Center, lunge, exhale, reach. All right, now we're going to knock it up a little tiny notch. Come back to center. Let's bring our hand up. Reach. Look up at your hand. Come back down to the opposite direction and look. And then exhale, cross. Inhale, lift. Look up at your hand. Flex your palm. This stretches that gallbladder meridian. Inside of our body, feel that stretch. Oh, up that thumb. All right. This is warrior presses yin and yang while it builds strength in our upper body and our lower body. Exhale, turn the foot and press. Your foot's turned here, right? And then it comes back. So there's little tiny micro movements of your foot. Do one more here. All right, now come back to center. Slowly reach up. And now I want you to take your arms and let's go into a wide leg bend. Now just slowly go as far as you feel comfortable and just let your gravity take. Don't try to push your body down. Just let gravity hang. Just let gravity take you. And then once you're here, let's massage the back of your ankle. Massage the back of your knee and now tap down your leg. Let's rub up and down. Rub up and down. All right, now let's come back to the center. Release your hands to the earth. Let's go to the other side. Tap the knee. Rub up and down, rub up and down. When you're ready, come back to center and then slowly roll up and out to the side. Step your feet in to shoulder width apart. And let's have Bao Qi in front of our lower Dantian. You have 3 spiritual treasures, and there are 3 Dantians, and they can be represented as Jing, Qi, and Shen. Shen, Qi, and Jing. And so we're going to do some Buddha holds up the earth. So we're going to focus on our lower Dantian, open that yin energy, bring it up, lift it up, and let it wash down our body. Tongue in the roof of the mouth, and you're rising up here. All right, now we're going to gather some of that yin energy and stretch it out. And we're going to stretch out our Dantians. So inhale up, and we're going to pull that Dantian. And so I want you to squeeze and kind of bring your thoracic cavity out and then come back to center. Come back in and then pull and squeeze. This is where yin and yang harmonizes in our body. Pull and stretch. You'll feel this stretchy pulley. And then come back to center and stretch. And now inhale up. We're going to go to our middle Dantian. Rotate your wrist and pull. Come back to center. Pull. Focus on your heart, your emotionals. You're opening up these emotions that no longer serve you. And then now move up to our third eye and pull. Come back down to center and pull. And let it drop. Come up. Pull the other side. Drop. Come up. And pull. And let's move into another flow. Let's have our palms rise to the chest and then have them press down. We're going to inhale as the hands float up and then exhale down. Keep your fingers open and use your wrists to guide the movement. So your wrists are doing it. Your hands are going to feel the qi. So this is fire and water interact. And so fire and water is the metaphor for yin and yang, for when they have understood the internal alchemy is that fire and water. All right. So after this one, we're going to breathe all the way in, palms face the sky. Turn your palms out. Down, let your palms just, as you rise up, as you exhale, palms come up. And now up here, turn your fingers up, feel that finger press. Push, push, push. Now look up at heaven, smile at heaven. And then exhale, come down and smile at the earth. And now this time, push, push, push. And now leave one hand up and one hand down. And then we're going to just switch. Have your pinky finger rotate in. We're going to spiral in and push. Feel that stretch. Inhale, press, push, and condense. Feel this spiraling. So you bend your knees as you spiral and then push. And now stand tall. And then bend your knees here. Bring your thumbs into your middle central meridian. One hand is connected to heaven and one hand is connected to earth. Heaven is yang and earth is yin. You are the conduit between heaven and earth. So this time, keep your left hand up, right hand down. And we're going to circle up and around. Now we're going to push the palms together. And now come up here, reverse, spiral, and come back down. And then left hand pushes down. Your hand is here in your lower dantian. Spiral around and push. This is yin-yang universe. It turns our energy with the equinox. Keep flowing through it. It's condensing it. And then grow large, spiral, and expand. This time, raise your right palm and circle around. And then rotate the ball. And then spiral the left hand up and around. So we're just in a little slight twist. Again, rotate and then spiral. This is adding a little Tai Chi move to come in. So let your weight move with this movement, right? And when the right hand pushes through, look to the right and then come back around. And then rotate that ball. And then the left hand comes around. Look to the left. Feel how this flow uses this spiral energy and it's growing our chi and we're balancing yin and yang, right? And this hand comes up. Look at that hand and around. Twist that up and down and then come back to center now. And now take this big ball of chi. You have this big ball of energy. And now we're just going to spiral. How big is your ball? Whoa, mine got really big there. Feel this ball. It's like you have this big ball here. And as you spiral this chi, it multiplies it. Feel it growing and spreading all around you. This big ball, you just feel this ball of energy. All right, let's bring our hands back to the center. We're going to raise our energy now up the central channel. So inhale, hands draw up and out the crown. Now hold your breath in right here. Now exhale, open your arms to the side. Now pulse on that chi. Feel it. Feel this. Ooh. Feel this elongation of this magnetism. Again, raise the chi up to heaven through our crown. Hold your breath here. And then exhale. Slowly lower your hands out to the side. And then palm facing palm. Inhale. And then do it again. Inhale, hold your breath in here at the crown, look up. And then exhale, expand. Tongue in the roof of the mouth. Slower the better. And then pulse. Now let your eyes move with your chi. when I just learned something, and I hope my Sifu listens to this, that he said, if you're really having issues, just look up. Look up, keep your head straight, looking ahead, and then look up. It moves the chi back and gets digested in our neck. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pull this energy into our lower dantian. So grabbing, there's a slight figure eight in our hips as we're gathering, and just relax your breath and feel you're pulling this chi from all of nature into your center. One hand stays on the other. Come here. One more. Now bring it all together. When our lower dantian's nourished, we feel centered, grounded, healthy. Maybe I said that already. Grounded. I already said that already. I know. I wanted to tell you that again. We feel nourished. Now let's say, I am nourished. All right. This time we're going to move up to our chest. One comes up to our heart center and the other circles around like we're doing this figure eight. Just relax into it. Feel like you're this dragon opening up to all these possibilities of life around you. You're setting your emotional center free. I was leaning way too far over there. I don't want you to lean that too far over. We're just gathering that energy. Now let's tune into our middle dantian. Through your heart, you're connecting the most powerful force that we have in this world, the power of unconditional love. It moves mountains, honestly. Let's say the affirmation. I am so grateful. Now circle the hands around. Now we're going to gather it to our mid-eye, to our upper dantian. So relax and gather energy from all around you. We're clearing our mind from any negative thoughts, and we're opening up to new experiences that are available to us that if we didn't move this stagnation, we wouldn't get because it's full. All right, so let's bring our hands palm over palm and let's tune into our our upper dantian. And now say this affirmation. I am the light. Now slowly lower both hands down. Slow. Let's bring our palms to face the earth. Let's finish with dragon rises from the earth to integrate our chi. So bring your attention to the line of energy from the crown of your head to the center of our body, out our pelvic floor to the earth. That's our central meridian channel. And so on an inhale, draw your left hand up the central. We're going to gather that heavenly chi and push down to the earth. And then bring this hand down and then inhale, gather. And then exhale, push down that central channel. We want to keep a connection between our palm. So as one faces heaven and gathers heavenly chi, the other one is connected to earth. So we're this conduit, we're this electrical channel. Inhale up, gather, and then exhale down. Knees bent, tongue on the roof of the mouth. One more time. And now this time, both hands gather up our central meridian. Both hands gather chi and wash down. This is our core energy. It feeds every meridian in our body. Gather. Now let's draw earth chi up to the crown and then heaven chi. And we're charging our battery. We are a battery. All right, last time. And now pause for just a moment. And now gather palm to palm, gather that chi. Bring it into your lower dantian. Mm. Connect your thumb. Ooh, we just connected the vessel. Now put your legs together. Let's relax and absorb this loving chi from creation. Every cell of our body is now filled with light, filled with energetic impulses that it did not have before we started. Smile at your body, smile at nature, and expand this loving kindness to all beings everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free from suffering. Thank you for the start of this beginning where we're thinking about our spring equinox. Let's finish our grounding. That was a good one today. I liked it. All right. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same place, for who knows what, but we'll definitely move our chi. Bye for now.